If you have a 457B, you might be sitting on one of the most flexible retirement accounts out there and probably don't even know it. Most people have no idea that you can access that 457 money years earlier than any of your other retirement accounts without paying a single penalty. I'm talking penalty-free withdrawals from the moment you leave your job, no matter how old you are. So how does that work? Well, when you look at a 401k or traditional IRA, if you take money out of those before age 59 and a half, you're generally going to get hit with that painful 10% early withdrawal penalty, plus income taxes. But with a governmental 457B, that penalty doesn't exist. As soon as you separate from service, meaning you're going to retire, resign, move on, you're going to be able to access that money right away, even if you're only 50 or 55. You're still going to pay ordinary income tax, but there's no extra 10% hit. And that's going to be huge for anyone planning to retire early or maybe make a career switch before your traditional retirement age. The biggest thing is that you're not locked out of your own money, and that flexibility can completely change how we structure your income plan. Now, there are a few other ways to access your 457 penalty free, but the rules here are going to get tighter. You can take what's called an unforeseeable emergency withdrawal. So this is going to be things like major medical expenses, funeral costs, natural disaster relief, but your regular debt, college tuition, isn't going to apply here. Your plan administrator is going to have to approve it. You're going to have documentation. Some plans also allow hardship withdrawals, but again, these are going to be limited. Nothing's going to beat the clean break excess you get once you've left your job. So now let's talk about RMDs, those required minimum distributions. Once you hit age 73, the IRS is going to require you to start taking money out, whether you want to or not. Depending on your age, this might push out till 75, but that's as far as you're going to get. And what happens if you mess it up or you miss an RMD? Well, the penalty can be up to 25% of the amount that you were supposed to take. So if your RMD was supposed to be $10,000, we're talking about a $2,500 penalty just for missing it. The good news is the IRS does let you catch this, and as long as you catch it within 2 years and file this form 5329, you'll usually get that reduced from 25 to a 10% penalty. We're going to be diving deeper into RMDs next week, so stay tuned for that. Now, let's not forget about taxes. So when you do start taking withdrawals, you're going to have options. You can take a lump sum or set up steady payments over time. A lump sum is going to give you that quick access, but it most likely is going to bump you up into a higher tax bracket for that year. Spreading out your payments usually makes more sense long term, especially if you're trying to stretch out that income. The penalty withdrawal feature is the biggest advantage of a 457, especially for our early retirees. It's just important that you make sure that you understand how it works, what happens when you roll it over, and how to make sure that you structure withdrawals so that your taxes don't eat into your income. And hey, if this feels like a lot to navigate, we've got you covered. So we just launched a retirement planning program that helps map all this out. So whether you're 5 years from retirement or you're already in it, if you'd like a copy, just comment 457, we'll send it your way. And by the way, if this is your first time with us, I'm Elizabeth with Nova Wealth. I have a team of advisors who've helped thousands of people. We manage nearly 200 million in assets using our 3-bucket system designed to create predictable, sustainable income. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week when we break down and handle RMDs the smart way.